Have you ever gazed at the clouds and seen a fluffy dog, a majestic dragon, or even a familiar face? Or perhaps you've spotted a grinning man in the moon or a dancing figure in the flames of a fire. This tendency to perceive meaningful images in random patterns is a common human experience, one that has fascinated scientists and artists alike. It's called pareidolia, and it reveals a lot about how our brains are wired. The word pareidolia might sound complicated, but it describes a simple phenomenon. It's something that most of us have experienced at some point in our lives. It comes from the Greek words para, meaning beside, and eidolon, meaning image. Together, they form pareidolia, which translates to beside an image. Pareidolia means seeing images that aren't really there, like seeing a cloud that looks like a dog or a face in a textured wall. Our brain transforms random stimuli into something recognizable. This can be a delightful experience, making us smile or laugh. Our brains are constantly searching for patterns and meaning. It's a survival mechanism that helps us identify potential threats or opportunities. Whether in a city, nature, or at home, our brains look for patterns to help us understand and interact with the world. Pareidolia also plays a role in art and culture. Artists use ambiguous shapes to engage viewers, encouraging personal interpretations. In psychology, pareidolia helps understand how people perceive ambiguous stimuli. The Rorschach inkblot test relies on this phenomenon. Even in astronomy, pareidolia appears. Many see faces or figures in the moon's surface, like the man in the moon. So the next time you see a face in toast or an animal in clouds, remember it's your brain making sense of the world. Enjoy the whimsy of pareidolia. One of the most common types of pareidolia is seeing faces. Think about it, we see faces everywhere, even when they're not there. This is because our brains have a dedicated region for recognizing faces, located in the temporal lobe. It's called the fusiform gyrus, and it's like a specialized processor that lights up whenever we see a face. The fusiform gyrus is incredibly efficient at its job. It can recognize a face in a fraction of a second, even from different angles and in varying lighting conditions. Why are we so good at seeing faces, even when they're just illusions? The answer likely lies in our evolutionary past. For our ancestors, recognizing faces was crucial for survival. It allowed them to quickly identify friends from foes, to read emotions, and to establish social connections. Those who were better at recognizing faces and deciphering expressions had a survival advantage. They were more likely to find mates, care for their offspring, and avoid danger. Over time, this ability became hardwired into our brains, making us the ultimate face-detecting machines. Section 5. Nature's Blueprints, the Golden Ratio. The Golden Ratio, denoted by phi, is a mathematical ratio approximately equal to 1.618, found in unexpected places in nature. We see patterns in natural formations, like the swirling petals of a flower. These petals often follow a spiral pattern described by the Golden Ratio, creating harmony and balance. The intricate veins of a leaf also link to the Golden Ratio, optimizing sunlight capture and nutrient transport. The arrangement of seeds in a sunflower follows the Golden Ratio, allowing for efficient packing. The nautilus shell grows in a logarithmic spiral, maintaining its shape, a perfect example of the Golden Ratio. The Golden Ratio is a key to understanding nature's designs, revealing the hidden beauty and interconnectedness of all things. Section 6. Sacred Geometry, Finding Meaning in Shapes. Throughout history, humans have recognized these recurring patterns and attributed special significance to them. This is the basis of sacred geometry, a belief system that sees geometric patterns as a reflection of divine order and cosmic harmony. From the pyramids of Egypt to the mandalas of Hinduism, sacred geometry has played a prominent role in art, architecture, and spirituality across cultures. It's a testament to our innate desire to find meaning and order in the world around us. Section 7. Why we crave patterns. It's in our wiring. Our brains are wired to find patterns pleasing. When we see patterns, especially those that follow mathematical principles like the Golden Ratio, our brains release dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter. This dopamine rush reinforces the pattern-seeking behavior, making us crave more. This explains why we find symmetry, balance, and harmony so aesthetically appealing. It's not just a matter of taste, it's deeply rooted in our neural circuitry. Section 8. The Power of Pareidolia, From Art to Religion. Pareidolia is more than just a quirky brain phenomenon. It is a fascinating cognitive process where our brains are wired to recognize familiar patterns, especially faces, in random stimuli. This ability has been crucial for our survival, helping early humans detect threats and recognize allies. Over centuries, pareidolia has had a profound impact on human culture, shaping everything from art and religion to mythology and folklore. Ancient civilizations often interpreted natural formations and celestial patterns as divine messages or omens. This tendency to find meaning in randomness has influenced countless cultural narratives and artistic expressions. Artists have long exploited pareidolia to evoke emotions and create a sense of wonder in their works. By embedding hidden faces and figures within their art, they engage viewers on a deeper level, prompting them to look closer and find personal connections within the artwork. Think of the enigmatic smile of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. This masterpiece has captivated audiences for centuries, with many seeing different emotions and meanings in her subtle expression. The ambiguity of her smile invites endless interpretations, making the painting a timeless enigma. Or consider the grotesque creatures depicted in Hieronymus Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights. Bosch's intricate and surreal imagery challenges viewers to decipher the chaotic scenes, often finding familiar shapes and figures within the bizarre and fantastical elements. These works of art capitalize on our tendency to see faces and figures, sparking our imaginations and inviting us to find our own interpretations. This interplay between artist and viewer creates a dynamic experience where the meaning of the artwork evolves with each new perspective. Pareidolia not only enriches our appreciation of art, but also connects us to a shared human experience where we all seek to find order and meaning in the world around us. Section 9, The Darker Side of Pareidolia, Conspiracy Theories. While pareidolia can be a source of creativity and wonder, it can also lead us astray. Our eagerness to find patterns can make us vulnerable to seeing connections where none exist, fueling conspiracy theories and superstitious beliefs. For example, some people see the face of Jesus on a piece of toast or interpret random events as signs from the universe. While these beliefs may seem harmless, they can sometimes lead to irrational thinking and harmful behaviors. Section 10. Pareidolia, a window into human consciousness. Pareidolia is a fascinating example of how our brains construct our reality. It highlights the interplay between perception, imagination, and meaning-making. By studying pareidolia, we can gain valuable insights into the workings of the human mind and the nature of consciousness itself. It reminds us that our perception of the world is not a passive reflection of objective reality, but rather an active construction shaped by our experiences, expectations, and innate biases. Section 11. Conclusion. Embracing our pattern-seeking brains. Pareidolia is a testament to the power and limitations of the human brain. It's a reminder that we are meaning-making creatures constantly searching for connections and patterns in the world around us. While this tendency can sometimes lead us astray, it's also the source of our creativity, imagination, and our capacity for wonder. So the next time you see a face in the clouds or a dragon in the flames, don't dismiss it as mere imagination. Embrace your inner pareidoliac and enjoy the ride.